Best. Can you guys hear me? Yes. I can see everybody got quiet when Paul walking. Guys, sounds like it's become like a routine that we split up the team, blue, white, and purple, and brown on the next day. But our goal is just like do something different. So we want to make sure we get everybody together. As soon as possible. But it's not the time right now. We have to make sure like everybody's safe and we keep everybody just like don't wait too long to just make this happen. You cannot stay here like 4 hours doing this. It's not gonna be fun for you guys just be sitting over there. I just want to know like who is the first time in a belt promotion here? That's a lot of people. That's good. But that's one of the reasons why I have to make sure most of you guys understand why we're here. Jiu-Jitsu is something that helped me a lot. Jiu-Jitsu is something that like it means so much to me. Jiu-Jitsu like I can't live without it. It's something that like it doesn't make sense if I don't have Jiu-Jitsu in my life. It's everything for me. I know not everybody like has to do that way, but because that, I was able to realize like how Jiu-Jitsu can help other people. Just the same way how it helped me. I believe Jiu-Jitsu can just like help you guys too. Like for example, just like when we do Jiu-Jitsu and you have like a hard time and you have to get focused, I believe like that's what we learn in Jiu-Jitsu. You have to just get focused. You have to get focused on what you're doing. The same way how you get focused in Jiu-Jitsu. Like whatever we do in life, family, work, we have to be focused on what you're doing. We just don't want to mess it up. We just don't want to do it just for do it. We have to just try to do it right. And obviously, like I'm not saying it's easy. Life is really hard, and Jiu-Jitsu is just like that. But the good thing is like Jiu-Jitsu is really fun. So if you're able to learn to get focused, doing something that is really fun, enjoyable, and of course, like everybody already knows that Jiu-Jitsu help you to get fit, help you to lose weight, help you to get health, and also like you learn how to protect yourself. I don't think everybody needs to protect yourself, but like it's good to know that. I hope no one needs to protect themselves. But most important for me, I just wish you guys understand like how it's important to be focused in whatever we're doing. Because like just like in life, sometimes you're down, sometimes you're up, and you have to just get focused, Sometimes you get confused, and you just gotta get focused. Just like Jiu-Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu, if you don't get focused when you're doing like you're gonna get beat up all the time. You're gonna get a really hard time. And Jiu-Jitsu really brings you to those situations. Not as serious like life, but sometimes you're just not in a good day, and then things start going really wrong, and then if you don't get focused in Jiu-Jitsu, you're gonna have a really hard time that day. You're just gonna get beat up by everybody. You're gonna get beat up by a lower belt. You're gonna get beat up by somebody smaller than you. So that's why you have to be focused. So that's what Jiu-Jitsu brought to me. Brought me a way to just kind of like get used to a hard time, get used to a situation that I was expecting. Get used to a situation that you feel like it's impossible, but then you just give it a chance to kind of get things together. And to help you guys to get focused, we make the belt promotion. When I say belt promotion, like we graduate you guys as you guys start get better in Jiu-Jitsu. And you only get better in Jiu-Jitsu if you get focused. When I say get focused, like you really start understanding, you really start putting things together. Because it doesn't make sense, like do Jiu-Jitsu is just like you're just doing one thing. You have to understand how to put things together. And obviously, like you have to just kind of focus how you're gonna do that. And I don't want no one get upset if you don't get promoted, because like it's just about learning. You know? If you're not understand yet, you have to just keep putting time to make sure one day that makes sense. One day you figure it out, because that happens to everybody. It takes time. You need to get used to. You need to work hard. And just so you guys understand, like those 4 stripes doesn't necessarily it's gonna take like 6 months each stripe. Doesn't necessarily you're gonna get like 1 stripe and then 2nd stripe. Sometimes you can get 4 stripes at once, based on like how bad you guys doing, based on like how much you guys start understand Jiu-Jitsu. And I promise you, if you start getting better at Jiu-Jitsu, all the things are gonna get better too. I'm guaranteed that, because that's what happened to me. I was able to just kind of like figure things out a little bit better. When I say figure out, it's like just patient. Like if you're patient, I promise you, like you can see things so much better. Just to be patient, because not everything is in the time that we want. Just the time that it should be. So don't get frustrated if you maybe don't get no stripe this time or belt this time. Things can move really fast next time. The same way how things can move really slow. Depending like how things are going. And I feel very confident in our team, because I'm not doing it by myself. If I was doing it by myself, I'll promise you like I'll mess something up. Because it's just too many people, too many names. Like I wouldn't able to put all this together like now. If I was just by myself, probably something would go wrong. So I'm confident that more than ever, like it's so easy to make them belt promotion, because we have a lot of people behind this today, and we put a good amount of time, a lot of discussion, to make sure like everybody just get what you most like deserve. And you guys, maybe one day you guys will be able to hear, how it is the how we decide most of the time, and this guy's like he has the potential, but he's so nice. Everybody in the ending brought up how good the attitude people has. Because I don't know if you guys realize this, people here really love to doing this. It's definitely not because of the money. Even the money is necessary. Even people live from this is important, but we make a choice. And the way we're doing this, people have to have a good attitude, guys. We first make sure people have a good attitude. You can be very good at Jiu-Jitsu, but if you don't have a good attitude, if you act like an idiot, that's not the place. That's not the place you're gonna learn Jiu-Jitsu, and not the place that you should hang out. Because, like I said, like Jiu-Jitsu is really fun because we make fun. We make Jiu-Jitsu really fun, because if you have the Jiu-Jitsu with people around you that you don't like, or maybe just not the type of people that you wish to hang out, Jiu-Jitsu get really hard, and it's gonna be a pain, have to learn Jiu-Jitsu in that type of environment. So, the first thing when we just talk about like, oh, this guy should be promoted, like, no, he has a bad attitude, he still has to work hard on this, or sometimes like, man, this guy's so nice, he has so much potential, because like, he's be patient, that's the most important thing. So I'm sorry if I'm talking too much today, but since we have like white belts, people, not white belts, but maybe people who just start over here as already a blue belt, and then their first like a promotion. I want you guys to understand that we have to be like a good people, nice people, because that's the only way that people will enjoy to be around you, and that's really important for me, because I enjoy to be here. And I would enjoy to be here if it's the other way around. Sorry, Paul, you want to say something? Sure. All right.
Yeah, so to repeat what Marcelo said. For me, Jiu-Jitsu is an awareness practice, and we're the instructors up here, but ultimately, we can only show you just a small amount. Like, you're going to become your own teacher. And when people ask me, and when I think about like what our qualifications are for promotion, I kind of think to judo, which is a little bit of a our sister art to jiu-jitsu. I think of the two kind of founding principles of their art, which is maximum efficiency for minimum effort and mutual benefit. So, meaning like we're thinking about the maximum efficiency part, that's technique. That's technique, that's your will to win, that's how those intersect. And the mutual benefit is that this is an art, this is a sport that we don't do by ourselves, right? And just like the technique, we improve, the mutual benefit part improves. It's like, how do I train with someone who's less experienced, smaller than me, someone who's injured, someone who has maybe a disability that doesn't allow them to to train at the same level? How do I train so it's beneficial for both of us? And how do I train to challenge the person so I'm not just rolling over if someone's maybe better than me? How do I give them good training? So it's kind of, we learn the mutual benefit the same way that we learn the maximum efficiency for minimum effort. And that intersection and how those work together, and how you individually negotiate that, because everyone's different, all our potentials are different, we're coming from a different background with different experience, is the way I think the way I think of how we try to evaluate and see who's ready to advance, maybe who needs to stay a little longer at a certain level to mature. Sometimes time is the best teacher, and we learn that we don't learn that the first time around. It just takes more experience on the mat to let it develop. So that's it. I'm stoked to be here tonight, to see so many people here for their first time too.
I wish you can speak like that. Guys, I don't think you guys thought about how much would mean a strike for you. Just like a tape. But based on how much it has mean for me, I believe I have idea. I still have memories from my blue, purple, brown. I still have visions from my belt, looking down my belt and see those stripes over there. I don't remember much the first one. Maybe I skipped one or the other, but I remember 2 stripes. I remember 4, a couple belts, 3, and I don't know if you guys thought about would mean something, just have a tape like that on your belt. But if it means something, I believe because you guys are on the right way. When I say right way, because you guys just put some time on this. And people was asking if I feel in my back, from doing this. I start feeling my vision, I can see the strap, I don't know if I put in the right strap in the right place. She's just I guess just I feel old, But the back is good. Just remember how much it means a belt. I remember the time that the belt, you have to buy the belt, Your coach gives the belt and then you take the belt back and buy this belt. So that's how different things are today. I see people ask which number you want, and my time there's was one size of belt. If you want a short, you cut, If you want a bigger, you lose weight. That was the only thing that was before. So I wish you guys don't be attached A2, A3, it's the same thing, Shorter, longer, Things like that, Since we just have a white and blue and now purple belt, I don't want you guys lose like the best part. So I still think something, I still have something special for today. Phil. Phil. It's not because like it's just like a white and blue belt today that we're not gonna have a chance to do this today. Since it's, I believe like it's very special for me. I believe it's gonna be very special for the person who received this, and proves like Jiu-Jitsu is just not like a tough. Also like people who is very like smart and how to work like also deserve something like this. People that don't give up, people that don't see like a challenge as something that you should just turn away. Someone that just kind of like put a lot of time and dedicated a big part of their life doing Jiu-Jitsu. So I feel very happy and honored to just graduate Jordan. Guys, what I was trying to say, like, Jordan has challenged a lot of, has had a lot of challenge. Like, I think, like, less than 2 years, he went to, like, a 2 ACL surgery. And I don't know if you guys realize how messed up is that. You know, you don't want to have to go through this. I don't think, like, it's just because Jiu-Jitsu, I don't think you're going to go through this, but it's just the challenge that sometimes we have to face. You know? I did 1 ACL surgery, you know what I mean, and I hope I never have to do that again. But to see him like go from 2 ACL surgery and face that challenge like how he's been facing, still being here, put a lot of time and effort, it's very grateful to see. You know? And I hope like you guys take this as an example and never have to go through this challenge. But whatever challenge that maybe you have to face, you just like you do like how Jordan has done. And like ours, we have a chance to hear something from the newest black belt. So I'll pass him to the microphone.
Such an honor. This is so hard. Where can I start here? I've been doing Jiu-Jitsu for a very long time. Even before my first official Jiu-Jitsu class, I knew of Jiu-Jitsu. So anyone who would roll around with me and wanted to get tap out, I would do it. Man, I don't even know where to start. It's just, I feel like I was destined to be this black belt. Sorry, there's so many thoughts going on to collect myself here. You'd think I have a speech prepared. I have to thank my parents. They've been so supportive over the years. I knew I was going to end up doing martial arts ever since I was a kid. My dad was a Taekwondo instructor, so I was always running around a dojo somewhere. My mom, her brothers all wrestled, and they all did judo. My dad even ended up doing judo, and so I've been on the mats forever. Wrestled from 3rd grade all the way through high school. And I remember the first time I'd seen Marcelo on the internet. It was dial-up. It was so slow, but I always wanted to learn more Jiu-Jitsu. And I remember seeing him when I was maybe 15 or 16 on the internet, and at the same time I was playing around with Chessmaster 6000. So like, it's just so crazy that Josh Waitskin and Marcelo are together here doing Jiu-Jitsu, and I've been following them since I was a kid. And the moment I could take my first official Jiu-Jitsu class, I was so ready. It was in college. It was my freshman year. I turned 18, and the next day I didn't have to have my parents sign the waiver. I could do it myself. I remember going in. I was just so excited to actually, put on an official white belt, even though I'd been doing submissions in judo for the longest time. And man, it took me lots of years of training. Eventually got my blue belt from Jordan Damon, who I have to thank. I thank Kyle Saunders, who was the school I went to in Rochester. He trained me very well. And it was several years in college before I first met Marcelo. It was my junior year in college. I went to RIT in Rochester, New York, and I know in Marcelo I had heard on the internet that he was giving a seminar nearby Rochester. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to miss this chance to actually get to meet him. It's the first time I even met a Brazilian. The first person from Brazil I met was Marcelo. I've been studying Brazilian culture for the longest time.
I didn't know that.
It was in Rochester, and I remember I asked my mom. It was Mother's Day weekend, and I had to ask her to cut me or to give me a check because I didn't have any money. I was a poor college kid, and she was so happy to write me a check so I could do a private lesson with Marcelo. And I remember that morning we were just waiting in the parking lot. Me and my mom. She drove me. I didn't have a car at the time, and I was just waiting to meet Marcelo. Was waiting. He shows up, and I remember he was wearing these high top sneakers and bright orange socks, and he was carrying a bunch of his luggage. I had all this merchandise that he was gonna sell, and my mom took a look at him, and the first thing she said is, "He looks like a gorilla. You can't this guy." He had really big calves. And, man, I just remember meeting Marcelo first time. He was my idol up in, man, our first roll together was something else. Like, I thought I knew Jiu-Jitsu. He guillotined me 10 times in like 2 minutes. It was so crazy. I remember he's like, "What do you think you're good at?" And I was like, "I think I'm good at butterfly guard. I think I've been working this." He guillotined me so many times. It didn't even feel like a normal choke. It was so crazy. And I remember it was an hour-long private lesson, and it felt like it was 20 minutes. I was just having so much fun, and I was like, I need more of this. He's just so good. Greatest of all time, for sure. It's been such an honor to be able to work with him eventually. Man, this is such a long story. I hope everybody's comfortable. It wasn't until they got MG in Action started with Josh, and as soon as I was living outside Boston at the time, teaching Jiu-Jitsu at a school. I gotta thank Bobby Giordano, who let me have that experience to teach jiu-jitsu there. And there's so many people I have to thank. I feel bad that I'm probably gonna miss out so many people I should thank. There's no way you can get this belt without the support of so many people. But yeah, I remember MG in Action started, and I saw Josh and Marcelo, and I was like, this is a dream come true. And whatever it takes to be able to, somehow train at this school and work for them, I was ready to do anything, and I'm so happy that they gave me the chance to work with them and be able to shadow Marcelo through all of his roles, see everything. I couldn't get enough. I just wanted to see every insight, every detail, I just want to absorb as much knowledge as possible. Because I love teaching, and I don't want to teach incorrectly. I want to teach what I think is true jiu-jitsu, which is the right path, and look no further than Marcelo. He's the best. There's nobody better, and I could keep going on and on, but thank you so much. This has been such an honor, and I still have so much to learn. Thank you.
Guys, a lot of this, like, it's even new for me. I didn't know the whole story. I'm excited to hear all this, but I really hope you guys can see yourself in this situation one day and realize, like, everybody has a history. You don't just become black belt because you just got here. We have to put a lot of time and one more time, just focus on what you want, focus on what you believe is right, focus on what makes sense, and understand that take a good amount of time, and even if they got a black belt, it's not going to be easy to speak, So you guys can see yourself in this situation one day, and to know his history even better now. You guys maybe know Jordan is much quieter than some people. It's hard to hear something from him. It's hard to get information. Just like that. I guess I was waiting for the day of the black belt to be able to hear this story. And I feel even better and honored and happy to be able to just be part of this genre, because one day you can give a black belt, one day you can give a lot of black belt, but usually to receive a black belt you can just receive by one person, So I'm very honored to be here today and be part of this and do that today, and never forget, I know it takes a long time. I hope you guys are okay with this. I hope you guys are still excited, just like me. But I couldn't do this by myself, so I'm glad I have this team and this group and all these friends that is part of my life and make this happen today. And this is just the first day. Tomorrow we'll be here again, and I can't wait to see you guys with the newer belt and hope the next one come and never stop learning. And thank you guys to make this happen. And before we leave, we gotta take a good picture. We're not forgetting about this, right? Thank you guys.